Hi everyone, my name is Agatha Christie, and for this individual presentation, I decided to use the same slide that my group used previously because we received very positive feedback on the visual designs and structure. So today, I will be using the same slides, but I will go more in depth, especially when explaining the proposed app solution. So in this presentation, I will briefly introduce the organization and the challenge, and explain the problem and stakeholders, and also walk through the innovation process, and present the Carpool app prototype, and finish with the insights and recommendations. So our challenge is to reduce emission by supporting staff shift from high carbon commuting habits to low carbon options, such as bicycle or public transport, that are practical, accessible, and rewarding, and will encourage lasting change. So Offer Care Group is a large healthcare organization working toward improving both patient care and environmental sustainability. Healthcare system produce significant carbon emission, and research shows that staff commuting is a major contribution. Because hospitals operate 24/7, commuting patterns are complex and difficult to change. Why this matters? This challenge matters for several reasons, such as high car uses, high car usage, increased parking pressure, operational costs, and carbon emission, while also affecting staff safety and patient access. Reducing commuting emission doesn't help just the environment, it also improves hospital efficiency and overall patient experience. So who this is for? The main user affected are hospital staff, especially night shift workers such as doctors or nurses, long-distance commuters, and employees with changing rosters. These groups often rely on private cars because other transport options don't fit their schedules. When analyzing the challenge, we come up with 4 key pain points, which is time, cost, convenience, and safety. When we see the challenge, we decided to view it from the two different point of view. The first is the most impacted, and the next one is the most influential. From the most impacted, we see it from the closest to the furthest, which is Offer Care Group staff, hospital parking attendants, visitors, and patients. Next, we go to the local residents and family or patient and staff, and Public Transport Victoria, and also the local councils. Next, we view it from the most influential. For the most influential, we see it from the closest, which is the board of directors, union, government, and then we go next to the IT department, HR, and finance department. And next is the Offer Care Group staff and patient and visitors. So the winning solution is the app called the Offer Care Pool. So this is an app that matches offered employees who live nearby and have aligning night shift to easily provide opportunities for carpooling. So why we think that this will work? Because it will reduce parking pressure, scales across all offered health sites, reward incentive, and also cost effective. And this is also specifically designed for the staff, so it is accessible for all roles and shifts, flexible and individual travel options. So when we do the research, we found that at the Great Western Hospital in the UK, which they have approximately around 4,000 staff, their branded carpool scheme has freed up to 250 car spaces per day. So we hope for the same amount that we can get in the Alfred Hospital, which is around 10,000 staff. So we hope we can free around 500 car spaces per day from this carpooling app. So this is our storyboard. This storyboard, we start from Nurse Emily, who go home at night because she works shift time, and she couldn't find any public transport because the bus not operating at night. So she see the ads for the app development. So she signed through the app and go through the app, and she decided to try the carpooling app, and she got matched with the people who do carpooling as well, and she also can save money, lower carbon footprint, and also have new connection from people who do the carpooling app. To walk through the app, I want to briefly introduce a typical user for the app. So imagine a nurse finishing a late shift who live about approximately 20 kilometers away from the hospital. Public transport options are limited at night, and driving alone every day is costly and tiring. Carpool was designed to make it easier for staff like this to find safe and reliable carpool partners with similar schedules. To visualize this solution, I create this prototype using an AI design tool called Vibecode, which helped map the user journey and simulate how the app would function in practice. So first, when the user opens the app, they can set up their commuting preference. So they can choose whether they want to be a driver, a passenger, or both. And they can also put their profile, such as their full name and their department. And so Nurse Emily is working in ED and she's a female. Also, they can also put a home address. So here I want to emphasize on the key feature of the app. So they can enter the general location and preferred meeting points and the work schedule. Importantly, users don't need to share the exact home address. They can choose a common pickup location, which improves privacy and safety based on feedback from the healthcare workers. So over here, she chose Camberwell, and she can input her work schedules and their shift times. And another key feature from the app is you can put your preference. So if you want to carpool only with female or male, and the maximum passengers that you're comfortable with. So another core feature of the carpool is the smart matching system. So the app automatically connects staff based on the location proximity, shift times, and personal commuting preference. The nurse accepts the match. She can also communicate through the inbuilt chat system within the app. So this allows healthcare workers to confirm pickup times, adjust plans, and coordinate easily without sharing personal phone numbers. This keeps communication inside the platforms, also make coordination faster, and maintaining privacy and safety. To evaluate the prototype, testing was conducted with 26 participants, including commuters traveling 19 km or more, nurses and healthcare workers, experienced carpool users, and sustainability experts. So 3 key insights appear. First, users were more motivated when they could clearly track rewards gained from sustainable travel behavior. The solution for this is to integrate reward system into the app. Second, privacy was a major concern. Participants preferred entering a common meeting point rather than revealing their home address. And third, flexibility was essential due to constantly changing shift schedules. This informed the recommendation to integrate automatic rematching through the roster system. So these insights directly influence refinements to the final solutions. Both user feedback and supporting research highlights that successful commuting interventions must prioritize convenience, trust, and visible incentive to achieve long-term adoptions. So based on this proposal, 2 key next steps are recommended. First, Alpha Care Group could run a small pilot program within a single department to test real-world adoption and gather the behavioral data. Second, further technical explorations should be conducted to integrate the platform with existing staff scheduling systems, which is the Kronos. So in conclusion, Carpool demonstrates how sustainability goals can be achieved through human-centered innovation. By making low-carbon commuting practical and rewarding, Alpha Care Group can reduce emissions while improving staff experience and organizational efficiency. Ultimately, meaningful environmental change happens when sustainable choices become the easiest choice. So I would like to acknowledge the Alpha Care Group for providing the challenge context and the Monash Innovation Guarantee Program and mentors for their guidance and healthcare workers and experts who contribute valuable feedback during the testing. And this is our team, the team behind the Carpool idea. This project was developed within an interdisciplinary innovation team made up of students from healthcare, science, biomedical science, business, and arts background. Each member contributes different perspective and strength, which helps shape a solution that balances sustainability, feasibility, and user needs. And this is our reference list. Thank you everyone for listening to this presentation.